Hello, I'm Nigel Croft, currently Associate Technical Director of J-VAC, and it's a great pleasure to be able to send this message to all of you who have been involved in the success of J-VAC over the last 20 years. It was my pleasure and privilege to meet Mr. Morita Senior, more than 20 years ago, almost 25 years ago, and we shared a common ideal. At that time, many quality management systems that had been developed using the 1987 or 1994 version of the standard were very bureaucratic. People were encouraged to document everything, to come up with what I would call a system of documents rather than a documented system. With the year 2000 version of ISO 9001, the intention was that that would change. And so Mr. Morita and I came up with the idea of a new concept in certification bodies, certification body that could actually add value for organizations and not induce them to come up with bureaucratic, document-heavy systems. And out of that, the idea of J-VAC, Japan Value Added Certification, was born, and J-VAC in fact began doing business in the year 2002, 20 years ago. The idea is a very simple one. Of course, as a certification body, we have a responsibility to all the interested parties, not least the certified clients' customers, to make sure that our clients, those who seek certification to ISO 9001 or ISO 14001 or any other management system standard, are actually meeting the requirements of that standard and delivering products and services or having an environmental or health and safety performance that is in line with the expected outcomes of that standard. So in the case of ISO 9001, for example, the stated objective is for an organization to provide confidence in its ability to consistently provide conforming products and services. If the system isn't doing that, then the system is not effective. So of course, we have to ensure that organizations, and our JAB accreditation requires us to do that. We have to make sure that the organizations we audit and assess are doing everything that the standard requires. But that doesn't mean inventing additional requirements, sometimes additional bureaucratic requirements that still reflect the mindset of 20 years ago. And unfortunately, we know that there are certification bodies and auditors out there who are not capable of viewing processes, looking at process effectiveness, looking at the way that processes are managed. All they want to see is written procedures, is documented records of evidence that things are being done correctly. And in fact, most of the management system standards don't require that. They require, of course, that processes are properly managed, that they are planned, they are conducted, they are checked, and any corrective actions are taken in accordance with the PDCA cycle, and that the level of documentation and the level of attention given to each process will be based on the risk that that process poses to the achievement or not of the stated outcomes of the management system. And so what we have done over the last 20 years is to really push that philosophy, to maintain ourselves true to our origins as a certification body, recognizing that as a certification body we cannot and should not be providing consultancy. That's not what we do. But we need to make sure that we can offer a service that is pragmatic and that helps the certified organizations to actually get better, to be able to run streamlined, effective management systems in an integrated way that help them to achieve their overall strategic goals. So once again, it's a pleasure to send this message. My very, very best wishes to Mr. Morita, Chick Morita, the Morita family, and in particular, it's been a pleasure over recent years to work with Kozo and Hiro, who have taken the Chick Morita torch and moved the organization forward and into its current very, very successful path. So I hope to be able to see you all in person before too long. We know that these have been challenging times with the COVID pandemic globally, but we've overcome that. We've developed our own remote auditing methodologies to continue to be able to provide a value-adding service to our customers. So thank you very much, and my best wishes to you all, and thank you for your continued support.